Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chiamaka Ukebo. If this is your first time seeing my face or coming across my video, you are very much welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, much love for you. So shortly before I start, please, if you can hear any noise in the background, please just try and ignore. There are a lot of things going on around me right now. It could be the fan, it could be people outside, it could be just try and ignore. Okay, yeah, let's start. So in today's video, I'll be talking about 5 signs to know if you're a toxic person. Now, before I start, I tend to believe everything is a spectrum. Toxicity level, everything is, it's more or less like a spectrum. Are you highly toxic, low toxicity, or medium toxicity? Yeah, so that's how I feel most things are, right? If across this video something comes across to you as maybe you feel that pinch in your skin, you're most likely a toxic person. Identify where on the spectrum you fall into. And just so you note, it could be 1 or 2 things that you've done. It could be 1 or 2 habits that you do have. It's for you to work on it. Nobody's perfect. Some of us do these things and do not even realize we are doing these things, or do not even realize that it's a toxic habit. Yeah, I don't know if you agree with me, but anyway, we're gonna start this video now. Yes. So yeah, 5 signs that you're toxic. Point number 1, you're not happy about people's successes. Like, you do not celebrate people. You always have something to say, something negative, something of how, or maybe it's the person doesn't deserve it. It could have been you, or you could have done this better. You deserve it. Like, you're not happy for people, and there are people like that. Take for instance, we know it's a new trend when you see pictures and stuff like that on online. People get married, and then the next thing you go in the comment section, or there's a dance video or a cute couple video, and you're like, it goes still cheats. I want to understand, if you go there and you write congratulations, like, would heaven fall? Would you die? Would something happen to you? So that is one sign that you're toxic. Never ever happy for people. Always have something bad to say. Like, there's always a but to everything you say. Like, this thing is fine, no, but this is this, so but. Like, are you sure it's not witchcraft? I think so, or we should check you. It's okay to just say congratulations, wish people well. Their successes will not affect your own success, right? Everybody their own lane, running their own race, doesn't affect the other. So sign number 2 that you're a toxic person, you have a manipulative attitude, and it's all about you. Like, you can make people do whatsoever you want them to do. So people would argue that, oh, this should be a plus, right? Because you can convince people, you can do stuff. But there's a difference between being convincing and being manipulative. Now I'm talking about those who are manipulative. Like, it's all about you. You don't even care how the person, you don't even care about the person at the other end. It's you. You are the God of know-it-all. Everybody should bend to your will. As far as you want something, you get it, irrespective. It doesn't matter whether that person is your friend, is your family. You do not care what that person goes through. You do not care the length. All you care is the end result, and that is because the end result is all about you. Now, if you fall into this category, my dear friend, my dear brothers and sisters, you are a toxic person. Like, if you have this attitude, you are most likely, or you are a toxic person. It's an attitude you should watch. Know when to draw the line as to when you're being manipulative and when you are being convincing. Yeah, know when to draw the line. Another thing you should watch out for, another sign is, so you're somebody who gets jealous when your friends have new friends. Like, you're jealous, you're envious, like it irks something in you. It's not the normal one where you feel like you're losing your friend. Those are normal I like to say normal attitude or normal responses. Controlling it is where the problem is, right? Not that, like you're jealous and it brings up something in you. You do not want your friends to have friends. You do not want, especially of the opposite sex, or you do not want your partner to have friends of the opposite sex. I know it's a thing right now where a lot of people be like, what's best? What is opposite sex? Am I not enough for you? If you want opposite sex, go outside. But take a look at it. Like, just because you're someone who does not necessarily interact with people of the opposite sex, or just because you're someone who doesn't have a lot of friends from the opposite sex, doesn't mean you should put that attitude on others, whether be it the person you're dating or be it your friends, whatever it is, what or whoever it is. It's not a bad thing for somebody to have friends of the opposite sex. Like, that's where it starts from. Somebody go out for dinner with another person, and just because it's of the opposite sex, you are all cray-cray, you are all mad. Like, you do not want to hear anything. You're already thinking the worst. You are most likely a toxic person. Like, it's okay for people to have friends that are not you, or it's okay for your friends to have friends that are not in your circle. Yeah, I know a lot of people like this close circle. My friends should be your friends, you know, stuff like that. Nah, it's not a good thing. That if this is something in you, if this shakes something in you, it's something you should watch. People should be allowed to make friends of the opposite sex, whether they're dating you or they're just your friends. They should be allowed to have friends, whosoever they want to have as friends, right? It's your job, or it's not even your job, but as a friend, it's for you to call when you see something isn't right about the friendship. You could say something depending on your relationship with that person. Okay, yes, it could come out as you not giving the person free will. So I think that's the key word. People are friends with you, but you don't give them the free will in your relationship to like pick the friends they want to have or whosoever they want to be with. No, it's all you. If it's not you, nobody. Nah, that's a toxic attitude. Like, that is damn right toxic, and it's something we should all watch out for. So another sign, I think this should be sign number 4 if I'm not mistaken. Now, another sign you should watch out for, or a sign of a toxic person, is you are insensitive. Like, you make jokes at the expense of others. Now, I know we live in an age or in a time where a lot of us are trying to form savage, woke, like, you know, funny and all that. Like, you try to be funny at the expense of someone else's happiness. Like, you're not sensitive to the fact that this thing you're saying would affect the other person, and then you say it, you embarrass the person, and every other person laughs. To you, you have made that joke, like, yes, joker. You got a crowd laughing, but at what expense? At the expense of someone else's happiness, at the expense of someone else's self-esteem, at the expense of someone else's pride, right? You are not sensitive at that point to say, oh, okay, this is what it is. This is wrong. It might be funny, but it's not funny to that other person. And the worst part about this is these kind of persons most likely would never, ever apologize. Rather, they make excuses as to why it should be funny, or there is nothing wrong with it. So these are persons we classify as people who are insensitive to people's emotions, to people's body language. Like, they're just totally insensitive. They don't care. They just say whatever they want to say, and at the end of the day, they never get to apologize, or they give you a random ass apology that even they know means nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. They don't care. You know, this I don't care kind of people just throw jokes. Not everybody can take a joke though. Something I would take, another person would not take. But then again, when you throw jokes like that, it's okay for you to apologize and watch people before you even throw jokes. You don't just. So if you fall within that category of persons who make jokes at the expense, I'm not talking about people who just make jokes. Now, you make jokes at the expense of people's feelings, their self-esteem and everything, their confidence, you are a toxic person. Because I'll tell you what would happen. people will start avoiding you or would stop telling you stuff. Because why? One day you're going to throw a joke that would affect them. And right now we're at a space where everybody's trying to protect their mental health. And if you are not helping them, if you're not protecting, if you're not helping them move forward in life, like you're a threat to their mental health, hello, what are they doing with you? You get, they only call you on days where they don't want to be alone, or it's been a while they've seen you, but avoiding you would be their top priority. So finally, we've come to the last one. How do you know you're a toxic person? What are the signs to watch out for? What is the final one? I said 5 signs, right? We are the 5th one. Now, you're constantly on bad terms with people. Like, you're always in a mess, we always find you in something not good. It could be a little thing that just escalated. Now, we all have issues, right? And one way or the other, we all find ourselves in stuff we shouldn't be in, and we try to avoid it escalating. And I'm talking about people who are always, like, constantly, like, they dwell there. That is where they dwell. They're always in one social issue, one fight, one quarrel. Insta blog is most likely always carrying your issue. Or since maybe because we're not celebs here, you're always in a mess, like around you. You're always quarreling with people all the time. Now, I know a lot of people be like, oh no, that doesn't mean I'm toxic. It does mean you're toxic. Like, always in a mess with people. Imagine if I ask you today, oh, what of this person? I said, absolutely leave that person. Oh, that girl, she did this. Or your name comes up and the person's like, oh, please forget about it. Please, please, please. I don't even want to hear her name. Like, you're always fighting with people over little things. I know where you stay kind of affects what you do or how you behave here, but you're most likely fighting about small things here and there. It could be borrow me your pen and you're taking it to the next level. It could be somebody saying something about you that shouldn't get you irate, and before you know, you've taken it steps ahead. Like, you're always angry, you're always in a mess, you're always in a quarrel. There's always issues like flooding around you. Like, that is not, I don't think that is an attitude anybody wants to find themselves in. So you keep on losing friends because it's one quarrel or the other every day. And what happens is friends keep staying away from you. They keep giving you space. Imagine if you want to hang out with people and then they're like, no, I'm not available today, I'm not available tomorrow, I'm not available this. Like, they always have an excuse why they cannot be with you. They're always giving you that space, like, you know what, just stay. They avoid your calls, or you're coming this way and then the person just bends the other way. Now you kind of act like you don't know what I'm saying, but we all have that. We all have one or two persons that when we see, we are not just in that mood to talk to, right? Now, if you fall within this category of persons where people are always avoiding you, you always find yourself in a mess. You're more or less like an angry bird. People, you can't take a joke, like nothing around you is just, you're a toxic person. Like, this one is not you might be a toxic person. You are a toxic person. Now, this is not me trying to judge you. No, far from it. But imagine you always being in an angry space, negative energy. You're always quarreling, conductor, lecturer, your friends, your family. Like, you're barely on good terms with people. Barely. The moment you're on good terms with people, it probably doesn't even last. Maybe it just lasts like 2 days, and the next time you're quarreling about something. And truth be told, when we check why you're quarreling, what you're quarreling about or why, you just realize that nothing. You can't tell me that everybody in the world is making you angry. Like, it's not possible to say that, oh, the whole world, everybody's making you angry. But personally, for some weird reasons, you pick up a fight. You pick up the other person that picks up a fight at the bus stop, at the bar. People go out with you. You guys go to have a drink and you're quarreling at that spot. A guy says hi. You are like, there's a problem somewhere. It's a toxic attitude. Now, If you feel during the course of this video I said something that you probably do not agree with, or you think no, it doesn't make the person toxic, let me know in the comment section. I know we all have there's this perception about toxicity where we name almost everything toxic, even normal attitude. I very well do understand. So if you feel like something here, it doesn't mean the person is toxic, let's discuss in the comment section. Yeah, now let's discuss peacefully, because we do not want to be toxic in the comment section. We agree to disagree, and we disagree to agree. So at the end of the day, we're headed towards an agreement. Alright guys, so that is the end of this video. This video is basically 5 signs to know if you're toxic. Now, if you fall within this range or any of this attitude, it is your job. You may not agree on a public platform, but it is your job to sit down and kind of evaluate yourself. Think about it. Why do I do this? Why am I always in a fight? Why am I not happy about people? Why am I always angry? Am I a manipulative person, or am I quite convincing? Whichever one you fall into, it is for you to sit down and find out how you can work around it. Find out the root cause of the problem before you start preferring a solution to yourself. And probably, if it's negative energy, surround yourself with people who bring that positivity in you. Yeah. All right guys, thank you so much for watching. We have come to the end of this video. Now, if you've been watching this video and you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for, but please do click on the subscribe button below. And also, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Share to your friends and recommend my video. And I'll see you in my next video. My name is Chiamaka. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.